first round of the Norwegian Cup coming up, and after our impressive start, there's plenty to come in May and June of 2023, so let's see how we did. Our first match in May was a trip to Lillestrøm, and whilst there were no goals, there was certainly some incident. Barely 4 minutes in, Lillestrøm were reduced to 10 men after a terrible challenge by Adams on Heltner Nielsen. Having been gifted such an early advantage though, we couldn't capitalise, and 7 minutes from the end, Bård Finner decided to even things up on the pitch, getting his own red card for a horrendous challenge. Just before the hour mark, a great individual effort from Jairo Velez gave us the lead at home to Strømsgodset. 13 minutes from time, a push on Castro gave Heltner Nielsen the chance to clinch the game from the spot, but he crashed his penalty against the bar. Hegebo thought he'd settled it 2 minutes from time, only to be given offside and have his goal disallowed. We held on though and got back to winning ways. We played poorly in this one, and when Haugen beat Dingeland from a tight angle, a first defeat of the season looked a real possibility, and, having mustered just 4 shots all day, that was indeed how this one turned out, Stabæk winning 1-0. The first round of the Cup looked like the perfect way to dust ourselves off after defeat last time out, but it was much more of a struggle than it should have been. Hegebo finally opened the scoring with 20 minutes left, tucking in at the near post. Any hope that was all we needed though was dashed 3 minutes from time when Volas ran onto a simple ball over the top to equalise. In the first minute of injury time, Muller-Wolf crossed to the far post where Blomberg restored the lead and ultimately won us the game to our great relief. There was almost nothing to be said about this one. It ended goalless, and the only noteworthy thing about the match was that Odd failed to take a single shot at goal. The second round of the Cup and a dominant first half was begun well with Bergfinger's driven shot into the far corner for the opener. He was involved in the second too, clipping across to the far post for Velez to nod in unchallenged. He got his second assist soon after, a deeper cross being looped back over the keeper by Hegebo to make it 3-0. A fourth followed quickly as Velez scored his second, this time from the spot. The best goal of the day, however, was Mjolnir's consolation, a cracking free kick from Faudil, denying us a clean sheet, but not a place in round 3. With recent league form patchy, this was an important derby match and it could hardly have started worse for us. Trippic unleashed from inside the box and it deflected home past the wrong-footed Dingeland. We brushed off the setback though, and within minutes Finner had a close range effort blocked. We grew in confidence, and when he got a second chance from a similar range, Finner made no mistake to put us back on terms. A curled effort from Tangen nearly undid that hard work, but it drifted just wide. Up the other end, Seri should have put us ahead, but inexplicably headed wide when it seemed easier to score. Shortly before the hour mark, Pallesen headed Rasmussen's free kick back across goal for Heltner Nielsen to nod home, but he was flagged offside. We finally took the lead midway through the second half, Castro's first time shot from outside the box evading the keeper who looked to have it covered. With less than 3 minutes to play, we made it 3-1 with a move that started with Dingeland and swept the length of the pitch before Rasmussen's shot proved too hot for the Viking keeper to handle. A quality seal was set on the result when, following some pinball at a corner, the ball fell to Bergfinger, who volleyed home from the edge of the box to make the final score 4-1. It was back to the Cup and an early lead this time, Pallesen heading home from a corner after just 10 minutes. We controlled the game from there on out, but didn't claim a second until injury time, Rasmussen bursting into the box to fire home and guarantee our place in the 4th round. Early in the second half, a good run from Finner was found by Rasmussen's neat pass, and Bård tucked home for what proved to be the only goal of the game. This game also featured an injury time goal, but not for us. Enkerud's run and finish for the only goal, giving HamKam a win they did little to earn. A tight affair against our first top-flight opposition in this cup run was settled in our favour by Rasmussen's well-placed effort from the edge of the box, almost bang on the half-hour mark. This episode's featured man is Felix Hornmuller for a couple of reasons. Firstly, he has been one of our more consistent performers, and it's telling that when he doesn't show up, neither do we. His two worst performances have both come in our only defeats thus far. He is the division's leading midfielder in terms of attacking output, creating for teammates whilst getting into the box plenty himself. Whilst his pass completion percentage isn't the highest, he does play plenty of passes and a good many of them in the attacking third where completion percentages tend to drop off. The other reason he is the featured player this time is that he likely won't be here much longer. French side Lens came in with a £2 million bid and we were unable to persuade him to stay. With our transfer window not open for another month, he'll leave a gap it'll be hard to fill, at least for a few weeks. We sit second in the table, but 7 points behind Bodo Glimt now, whose only drop points are actually in their 4-2 defeat by us in April. We are through to the Cup quarter-finals, but as yet we don't know who will play, and that'll be part of a busy couple of months coming up, where we continue obviously our League and Cup campaigns, as well as embarking on our European adventure. And once again, we don't know yet who our adversaries will be in that. August could prove tough, with European matches sandwiching a return game against Bodo Glimt. The board aren't expecting a title challenge this season, so we might just focus on Europe, especially if we get a kind draw, because that's where the money's going to come from to help us to become title contenders. Thank you very much for watching and for the positive feedback on the first episode. I hope you enjoyed this one too. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye bye for now.